Hello Udemy, I am Shazad Ahmad from Shakespeare.com and welcome in lecture number 9. Today we are going to learn what are helpers, and we are going to learn our first helper, which is URL helper. So first of all, what are helpers? So in simple words, each helper, because coordinator providing you some built-in helpers, some powerful helpers, and each helper file is simply a collection of functions. Okay, so don't worry, we are going to learn, we are going to define each and everything. So first of all, it's the rule: whenever you want to call a particular helper, a particular functions, whenever you want to create a particular function, or whenever you want to access a particular functions, because each, if you are talking about URL helper, that means you are going to access some functions provided by URL helper. So before using any functions, you must load your URL. Okay, so make sure we have our CI folder, because our coordinator setup stored inside our CI3 folder. Okay, make sure index.php, and this is my home controller. So first of all, go to your home controller and remove these things, and so now whenever you want to access a particular controller, so in this case home is my controller. Okay, whenever you want to access your home controller, it's automatically execute your index method. Okay, so I'm saying okay, it's working. First of all, I'm saying okay buddy, it's working. Go to your browser, index.php, home controller, just access your home controller. So it's saying working. So now it's working. So we are going to use some functions, some useful functions, and I'm not going to teach you each and every functions from each and every helpers. You will learn some okay, यहाँ से नहीं है भाई, यहाँ से. I'm not going to teach you each and every functions. We will learn some basics functions which you can use inside your, which you can use entire your applications, entire your website. So first of all, load your helpers. So in this case, we are saying this load helpers. Okay, so I'm saying URL helper because I'm going to call some functions related with URL helper. Okay, I'm saying site URL. So it takes one parameter. Which parameter? I'm saying go to home, and I'm saying admin. Okay, so now echo this out. Go to your browser, refresh the page. So it's saying okay, refresh your, access your controller. So it's saying localhost CI folder, because we put our setup inside our CI folder, index.php. So this is your home controller and this is your method. Okay, so what that mean? If you remove this line and you can access site URL, it will give you a error. So here is your error, because site URL is not defined. Why? Because you are saying that access site URL method, and you are not loading this method because it's related with URL helper. So first of all, you must load your helper before using, because each helper file give you some collection of functions. So you can use that functions in a particular domain. What that mean in particular domain? So in simple words, URL helper provide you some functionality, some functions. You can use that functions whenever you can access, whenever you can perform any operations related with your URL helper. For suppose if you are going to create a form, so you must use form helper provided by coordinator. So first of all, site URL, another method base URL, and make sure we are going to learn where where you can use these methods. I'm saying assets and I'm saying admin. Okay, I'm saying assets, now I'm saying images, and okay, for now here is your image.jpg. okay, so go to your controller, now it's saying assets, images, home controller. Another method, another function, you can say anchor. It takes just anchor, not anchor pop-up. It takes 3 parameters. Which parameters? First of all, href means we are just going to create this anchor. So here is your href, here is your title, and some extra attributes. Okay, so now you can pass your URL. First parameter, you can see URI. So I'm saying home and I'm saying admin. Okay, so what is the title? I'm saying go to admin. Okay, so you can pass associative array, either associative array or a single string. If you can pass a class, you can say here is your class. Okay, go to your controller, refresh the page. So now you can see your anchor view page source. You can see your view page source. Here is your a simple string which is here, and here is your anchor. So this is your anchor, and you are saying go to your controller and this method, and here is your class, and here is your title. So this is the useful functions you can use your. Okay, so another function, if you want to open your a particular helper, if you want to open something in a new window, you can call anchor pop-up, and it will take some parameters like anchor. So here is your URL. You are saying that go to your home controller for suppose, and admin method. So here is your admin method. Okay, go to admin. Okay, so you are saying class 2. Go back, refresh the page, comment this bad boy. So now you have your admin. Whenever you click on this, so now you can see it can open your method with a new window. Okay, so now it's your window, new window. So this is the useful functions you can use inside your project. Okay, so if you are working on some if you are creating your title, some how can I explain? I'm saying title. So this is your variables. I'm defining a variables, and I'm saying here is your code here for me. Okay, so comment this bad boy, and also comment this bad boy, and I'm saying here is we are assigning some string inside title, and just call a method named which method URL title, and pass that variable. Second parameter, we are passing first parameter. You can pass that variables, and go to your home controller, refresh the page. Now you can see whenever here is a space, here is another space, so it can replace your space with dashes. Okay, so this is the useful functions if you are working some SEO related So where we can use these functions which you have just learned. So for now, remove this. You just load a view. I'm going to load which view? This load. Make sure view, which view? I'm saying that home view. Okay, so here is your home view. So I'm saying welcome in URL helper. Go to your home controller, refresh the page, make sure we have a single controller named home. So here is your, right click, view page source. You can see your HTML code, and here is your H1. Okay, now I'm saying that I have a link and I can redirect. I'm going to redirect to another controller or another method. So I'm saying go to admin method inside home controller. Okay, so you can use site URL here to redirect a particular method or controller. I'm saying that home controller and admin method. Okay, so whenever someone click on the link, you are redirecting to this method. So in your home controller, go to your home controller, so create your home method, admin method. So here is your admin method, and go to your browser, refresh the page. So here is your, go to admin method inside home controller, click on it. So now make sure you are on the home controller, so click on it. It's redirecting you to admin panel. Okay, sorry, admin method. So this is the, you can use site URL whenever you want to redirect a particular user to a controller or a method. So whenever, so we are saying that we have an image, and I'm saying base URL. Now I can say that base URL, I can use base URL, because what that mean, base URL? That means you are saying go to the root directory. And where is the root directory? We have root directory CI3, because we have our package. Package means we have our files, coding igniter file inside our CI directory. So this is the root directory. I'm saying go to root directory. Okay, so it takes one parameters. So I'm saying that go to root directory, go to assets folder. Inside assets folders you can find another folder named images, and inside images load a image 1.jpg. okay, so here is your class. So that's why I told you that I consider that you have a basic knowledge of HTML. So we are okay. Now we are not, I'm saying styling, I'm just defining width, I'm saying 100 pixels. So now go to your controller, hit your, access your controller. You can see we have an image. You are loading an image from your assets images folder. Here is your assets folder, here is your images, and here is your 1.jpg image. So your JPEG image, you are loading that JPEG image inside here. So another useful method is redirect. You just memorize this method, redirect method, where you can use, for suppose you are, whenever you want to redirect from your controller, you are forcefully redirecting a particular user to another method. For suppose whenever someone access your home controller, you want to redirect from your home controller to this method. How can you do that? You can pass a single parameter. We are passing a string. So here I'm saying home and admin. So I'm redirecting when someone access our home controller, and you know very well, if someone access your home controller, it will automatically execute your index method. So whenever someone access your home controller, so we are loading a helper and we are redirecting from index method to admin method. So go to your home controller. So this is your home controller. Refresh the page and it's redirecting you from your home controller to home method. So you can find some other URL related functions inside your helpers. So where you can find helpers, we have a CI directory, so it's a root directory, and here is your user guide. It comes with your package. So open your index.html. so here is your helpers. So helpers, if you can find general topics, so helpers, so they are saying each helper file is simply a collection of functions, because we have learned site URL, base URL, they are functions in a particular category, because URL helper provides you some functions, some basic functions, or a collection of functions related with URL. Okay, so they are URL helpers that assist in creating links. There are forms helpers, and you can find many helpers. So go to your helpers. You can see here array helper. You can use array helper, captcha helper. So captcha helper provides you some functionality related with captcha. Cookie helper, it can give you the functionality, some functions, useful functions related with cookies. So date functions related with date, directory functions related with directory. And if you are loading download helper, that means you are enabling download functions, and it will help you with download whenever you want to download something. Email helper, so we have just used URL helpers. So in other lectures we are going to learn some basics form which you can use inside your entire application, entire project. So for now, I'm Shazad Ahmed, and thank you for watching.